Hello there, and welcome to another Built With Anywhere workout. Today, we're going to be doing something called Around the World. We're going to be doing 7 different stations of different cardio and core varieties that it's going to be an active recovery day, okay? So we're trying to get a flow going here. We're not really trying to just burn ourselves out at anything at all. So it's a little bit different in terms of the high intensity. We want pretty low intensity and just to move and flush out your body and get yourself feeling good for Friday's workout, okay? So, workout will be listed right here, okay, right over my bike. And so what we're gonna do is the first minute is going to be a minute of either concept 2 rowing, okay, or whatever rowing machine that you have, or you can do jumping jacks, right? So if you don't have any equipment, jumping jacks is gonna be a great alternative for this, just again, to keep moving for a minute long through that. After that minute, we're gonna go to a minute of hollow holds, and we'll demo all this stuff as we go through. We're gonna go through a minute of hollow holds, and then after that, you're gonna go either into a minute of some sort of bike, either it could be a stationary bike, it can be a road bike if you wanna do this outside, everything. But any type of bike you want, or if you don't have any of that stuff, you're gonna be working on taking your jump rope out and just doing single unders, okay? So just some easy kind of flow movement like that, okay? After we get done that, we're going to be doing either another minute of inchworm walkouts, or if you have the space, you're gonna be doing bear crawls. Cool, okay? Minute goes by of that, and then we're gonna go into a minute of runs. So you're just gonna have your timer set, you're gonna run a minute out, 30 seconds out, 30 seconds back. Come on back in. If you're in your apartment, your house, or anything like that, and you can't make it outside, then you're just gonna do a minute of high knees, okay? Which is basically running in place, just getting those knees high as you run in place, okay? Minute of step ups. After that, super easy pace, just step up, step back down, and then you're gonna get into finally a minute of just a simple plank hold. Okay? None of that stuff is gonna be done, like I said, at high intensity at all. It's just a flow. And we're gonna do that for 4 cycles, okay? So 28 minutes total is what we're gonna get after into this, okay? So a lot of cardio as we cruise through that. Cool? So that is our Thursday workout. And what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna go through each one of these motions and give you a good understanding of it. Cool? Awesome. So the first thing we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about the Concept 2 rower. And this could also be used in conjunction with a hydro row. Assault bike has now the new assault rower. So it'll all kind of play along with all those since they're all ergs. Okay? So what we're going to look at first is when I'm talking about the Concept 2 is you're going to look at the foot stretcher here. And we want to make sure that we get our foot stretcher so we can just kind of grab the top of my big toe when I reach across this. So right now I have this listed on a 3 at a 10.5 size foot. All right, so I have both those. You're gonna place them inside the straps, and then we're gonna tighten those bad boys down, just like that, and just like that. So what we're gonna think about this is that it's gonna be a leg, body, arm movement pattern, and then conversely, when we return back, it's the exact opposite. So then on the way back, it's arm, body, and legs, okay? So our starting position, which is called the catch, all right? We want to have ourselves set up so our shin is pretty much perpendicular to the ground. My weight is shifted towards the ball of my feet, and I'm not really letting those heels come off, but if you have bad ankle mobility, that can happen quite a bit. But we're looking for that vertical shin. Chest is tall, arms are out straight like hooks. All right, and so what we're gonna do is we're gonna drive with those legs, okay, extend our hips, and then finish the pull with our arms, bringing that handle about right below my sternum. All right, from there I go arm first, then my body, letting my handle go past my knees, then my knees bend, and I'm back into my catch. So it's catch, drive, okay, and then recovery. So we're actually going slower on the return than we are on the pull, okay? So that's where, because the monitor's only gonna read our drive away. Okay, so leg, body, arm, recovery, recover. Okay, letting the arms go back out front. Okay, we're trying not to have our back kick in first and then have the legs take over. We want that unit of our back to just move in line so the legs extend. Okay, just like that. An easy cue if you decide to film yourself while you do this is that we should never have our elbows bent and our knees bent at the same time. So you can see that in my catch position, knees are bent, elbows are straight. As I extend through the legs, knees extend, now I can bend my arms, okay? So arms bent, knees bent. Let those arms go back out, then the knees can bend, right? So never have your elbows or your knees bent so we're not in this position like this. Okay, or like this. Okay, so there's a couple of little cues onto it just for today's workout to help you out. Sweet. So this is our row, and if you don't have a row, you're going to be just doing into those jumping jacks, okay? So we're just going to keep using whatever piece of equipment we can to get a good minute of cardiorespiratory endurance movement pattern that's not at high intensity, all right? So a minute of concept 2 rowing. After we've done that, we're going to go into our hollow hold. For a hollow hold, we're going to be more focused on an eccentric portion of the hollow hold than we are anything concentric at all here, okay? Because the hollow hold can be a very difficult position onto this. So here's how we're going to start this thing out, okay, to find your positions on it. Depending on your how advanced you are into this, we'll kind of play around with it and go from there. But we're going to start off, you're going to start on your back. You're going to bring those legs up like so. You're going to take your hands, you're going to crunch up, and you're going to reach for that wall way in front of you. We're going to keep our heels really squeezed together. Now from here, what we're going to do is while we're still reaching, we're going to slowly lower this down, still reaching, right? And still feeling our lower back being placed into it, still squeezing those heels together, really reaching far. And we're going to find that spot where you can just barely maintain it, and we're going to hold that position. Now if you're great at this, you can bring your hands over your head. Now, that's only if you have the ability to do that, but we're going to really, for most people, beginners and intermediate, we're going to be really focusing on that and reaching forward and driving through it. So we're going to do that for a minute, okay? That eccentric hollow hold. All right, as we slowly lower the legs down, heels are squeezed really tight together, and we're reaching those hands constantly and reaching far for the wall away from us, okay? So that's a minute of hollow holds. So the assault bike is probably a luxury for most of you, okay? But if you have a stationary bike or something else, this is a completely good substitution to use for today's workout. So I'm going to demo how to kind of set up your assault bike that it's just for you. But what you have here is obviously you're going to have your seat. Your seat not only goes up, but it goes forward as well. So as the seat comes up with this seat tube like this, okay? It'll go at an angle back a little bit. So as you go higher up, you will get farther away. Now, if you have short arms, you don't want to be far away and also have the ability to not be able to reach and go through that, okay? So for me, on the newer black model styles, I'm going to go up to a 6, all right? And then I'm also going to, since I have shorter arms, I'm going to bring this forward, okay? That allows me to get into a position like so. So from here, you can see that I've got a good position. The pedal's going to be right in the middle of our foot, okay? At the bottom of my pedal stroke, I should be able to have a little bit of flex in my knee into that position. So you can see that's a really good, strong position. I'm not losing a lot of my back to really reach over and get low like this. This will allow me to pedal through that midfoot and keep myself nice and perpendicular. Okay, my body not leaning over in this weird kind of headbangers position, all right? So that's how you kind of set this thing up. So not only does your seat go up, but it goes forward, all right? So again, do not make this sound like for this workout that bees are swarming. This is an aerobic effort, not a sprint or anaerobic. Next, we're going to be doing 1 minute of inchworm walkouts or bear crawl. I'm going to demo the inchworm walkout for you. Here we go. All right, so we're going to start off. We're just going to bend over and try to touch our toes. We're going to walk those hands out as far as you can go. All right? So I'm set really far out into that, again, into another hollow position. And then I'm going to walk my hands in. I'm not going to stand up. Just bring them in as close as I can. And then back out. And back in. And we're going to do that for a minute. For our next minute, we're going to be doing a minute of running or a minute of high knees. What I'm going to do is I'm going to demo what we're looking for in high knees. So a minute of high knees, we're going to be really picking those knees up high, running in place, and working that. All right, so we're gonna be doing that for a minute as opposed to going outside and running. If you can run outside, get after it, get outside, have a watch on so you know how long it's to take you. Transition is not a big deal between these things, just we're getting a minute of time through each one of these stations. For our next minute, we're gonna be doing a minute of step-ups. So this is a 24-inch box, but you can use any box or any step or any stool that you have in your house that's gonna be able to kind of get this right about parallel in your hip. So this is below parallel my hip, which is completely fine as well, a little more difficult. But we're just gonna be working on step-ups, fully extending, coming back down, alternating our legs, and just, again, just moving and working those step-ups, okay? So that's our next minute of this circuit. For our last minute of this workout, we're gonna be focusing on just doing a traditional plank, okay? On our elbows and forearms, heels are squeezed together really nice and tight, and really keeping that good hollow position. All right, so I'm gonna demo now, so what we can talk about. Okay, onto my forearms. Heels are squeezed really tight together, which turns my glutes on. I'm keeping those glutes squeezed by squeezing my heels together, pushing away from the ground, so really protracting those shoulder blades apart, and holding that position for 1 minute. Minute goes by, I'm gonna restart that cycle again. So, great. So that's our workout for Thursday. Have a great time. Remember, it's called Around the World, and it's an aerobic recovery day. So get after it. Let us know how it goes. Let me know how it feels. All right, have a great day. We're going to see you on Friday.